Welcome to this week's episode of Whingy Old Git. As you can probably see, I am not in my office. I am actually in a hotel room in Stockholm, Sweden. I don't know why I said that. You know where Stockholm is. Anyway, as you know, I've been struggling to get this vlog out because I don't get in the office very much. Now I've got my new laptop and I'm hopefully going to be able to edit this on the go. So today is a little bit of an exciting day because my brand new MacBook Pro has arrived. This is the day when I go truly, totally mobile. I'm very excited about it. I just want to show you the difference between what I've got compared to what I had. So up until now, I have been working with multiple Mac computers, and when I'm on the move, I use this little MacBook Air. It's pretty cool, but it's not powerful enough to run Final Cut Pro, so I can't do any video editing on it. Well, I can edit, but I can't export the video. So I have invested in a sexy new MacBook Pro. As you can see, it's got a 15-inch screen. It's the one with the touch bar that does stuff, and I have literally just switched it on. This is the only time that you will see this naked because it cost me quite a lot of money, and I'm actually going to put a cover on it. So this is it in its raw aluminium form. In a moment, it's just going to be covered in plastic and left plasticked for the rest of its life. Last weekend I had a rare day off, so Mrs. C and I went down to Lewes, which is great. I love Lewes. We went down to Bill's and had some food, and of course, because we were in Sussex, just outside of Bill's, this. Well, I'm so desperate to get back into my vlog of my 50th year, and I keep not being able to do it. But today is the first, so I thought I'd better just make a note of this. I'm just going to flip the camera around and show you what we've got for dinner. This is, for the first time on the Camsell Sunday roast dinner table, roasted goat. I roasted it myself. It's slow roasted. This in here is goat gravy that I made myself. And these are goat carrots. They're not goat carrots. But this is shoulder of goat. We went down to Lewes yesterday and there was a farmer's market and they were selling goat. It's apparently good for you. So we thought we'd give it a whirl. I have to say I had a little try. Tastes not too bad at all, but it's not as strong in flavour as I thought it was going to be. Hattie is really excited about it. Yeah, you're just tapping away on your phone, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
So excited. I'm telling everyone we've got goat and how excited I am for it.
We have one.
Everyone, I've got goat. I'm so excited for it. As to all my followers.
Yeah, they can't hear you.
Shut up,
Yeah, it's goat.
That's fun. Oh, that really go.
This week, a few things have happened. Not very much interesting stuff at the beginning of the week. It was mainly all just in the training room and what have you, which is probably interesting in its own right. But on Thursday, it was the BCIA Awards dinner, which I wasn't going to go to. Out of the blue, I got a phone call from Phil Bray at System 5, and he very kindly invited me along to the awards dinner. So I went along and had an absolutely smashing time, and I met up with a bunch of people who I know. So anyway, I took a little bit of video of the awards dinner. It was a little bit dark in there with all the flashing lights and stuff. That's not really very interesting, but here's just a little record of it for my own personal video diary.
The BCIA is also extremely pleased to present each of you with associate membership to SIBSI in recognition for being finalists.
Well, it's about 20 to 1 in the morning. I've just been to the BCIA Awards dinner, so hopefully you can see that I'm looking incredibly smart. This is probably the only time in my entire 50th year that I will actually be looking this smart and wearing a dinner jacket. Big thanks to System 5 who invited me along to this. I've had a thoroughly smashing time. I've had lots of drunk students coming up to me and thanking me for the courses that I give. I'm sure in the morning they'll be going, "Did I say that?" Yes, you did. And if you go on another course, I'm going to remind you. Well, a very good morning to you. I have had virtually no sleep because this is possibly the noisiest hotel I've ever stayed in. For some reason, I'm in an accessible room. I don't know if the guy who originally had this room needed an accessible room. I didn't. But it's right by the lifts. It has a light on all night and the walls are paper thin. So yeah, I got very little sleep last night and now I've got bit of a drive back down the M42, back to home, get my stuff together, and then I'm off to Stockholm later, where hopefully I'll get a better night's sleep. So I made it home. It is now 20 past 1, and I've just got back from Birmingham, having been to Tunbridge Wells and dropped off my suit. Parking in Tunbridge Wells is an absolute bastard. It's just so hard trying to get parked there. So I think I was driving around for about 10 minutes trying to find a parking space. Eventually got parked and dropped the suit off in 5. But anyway, I digress. Brief pit stop at home. I've got to get my stuff. Must not forget my passport. I've got to get my tools together, everything in the bag, and then over to Gatwick Airport and off to Stockholm for the night. So yes, no rest for the wicked. Well, there is, because I was resting last night. I was actually having dinner at the BCIA Awards, which counts as a rest, and also it was awesome and definitely not work. Right, coffee first. After the BCIA Awards dinner, I had a little bit of an issue. The long and short of it was, I was a bit knocked about the room because I thought that there was a light that had been left on all night, and apparently what had actually happened was there was a breaker had gone in the hall, so the emergency lighting had come on for everybody. It wasn't just me. So I had a little bit of a whinge about my room, but the room I'm in today is much nicer. And of course, I've got my decaf coffee. So I'm back in Stockholm. This is my hashtag DGO. I'll flip the camera around in a minute. But basically I'm looking out over the central station and the roadway today, back at the Royal Viking Hotel. But there's some stuff I want to show you. Yeah, well, I wasn't expecting herds of wildebeest sweeping majestically across the plains. But, you know, there's some air conditioning units over there. That's always good. I can add that to the air conditioning tour of Stockholm and other major cities in Europe. Down there, I don't know if you can make it out. There's a little Wayne's Coffee. You probably can't see that. It's a bit out of focus because of the window. But Wayne's Coffee, they do these awesome little cakes in there, which I probably shouldn't eat because not good for me. But here's the thing. When you come to a Radisson, or when I come to a Radisson, because I stay in so many hotels, I've now been elevated to the point where I get little gifts in my room, which is kind of cool. So I've got these two things, which are chocolates, and this is very clearly a Satsuma or a tangerine. But I don't know what this is. It could be a pack of playing cards. It could just be absolutely nothing. It could be a pack of business cards, for all I know. So I want to try and open it up and find out. Or do it one-handed. Oh, no, it was a pack of playing cards. Look at that. Awesome. So I actually do have my own Radisson Blue playing cards now. That's an interesting in-room gift. The other thing they always give you, I don't know why you only get this when you're one of their members of their rewards program, but you get a bottle of water in your room. Yeah, like everyone else must be really dehydrated, I guess. In Stockholm, they don't have decaffeinated coffee. I mean, I'm sure they do somewhere, but I've not been able to find it in the supermarkets. All the shelves are stacked with caffeinated coffee, and they loads and loads of energy drinks as well. There's just tons and tons of it. So this time I remembered to bring my decaf coffee with me, and I had to go out and get some milk. When I was in the supermarket, I noticed something that I do, which is slightly weird. So I'm very conscious of being British. So when someone asks you something in a supermarket, I do this kind of grunt. It's like, hey. And I've realised I sound like Mr. Miyagi off of The Karate Kid. It doesn't matter what country I'm in, I'm just like, hey. Like, I'm one of you. I'm a local. Hi. Daniel-san. Honestly, no idea why I do it, but of course now I know I do it, I'm going to be really conscious of doing that as well. Maybe I should have a new noise. Meep. Well, I just tried vlogging a moment ago, and of course as soon as I turned my camera on, what happened? There's a guy started pressure washing next to me. So I've moved it up a notch and I've come and found something really kind of cool behind me. So hopefully you can see the beautiful panorama of Stockholm in the background. It's all like that. There's no building sites. Oh shit. Anyway, I'm off to work now. Hi-ho, it's off to work I go. If I turn that into a song, I could make a fortune. So that's it, that's pretty much me done for the day. So I've got 6 hours before I need to get back to the airport because there's no other flights today, which is annoying because I've got a flexible ticket, so I could have got back earlier if I wanted. So I've got to amuse myself for 6 hours in Stockholm now. Been to the ABBA Museum already. What to do next? Little bit rude. Now, I'm not entirely sure what's going on here today, but it looks pretty chilled out. And I'll tell you what else is nice, is not being in a rush. I'm usually just jumping from one place to another, and actually, the fact that I've got 5 hours to wait for a plane means that I can stop, take the time to smell the roses, or the people listening to the music. Like I say, no clue what's going on, but they seem like a pretty chilled out bunch. I don't think it's an angry demonstration. So as I've been wandering around the town, there seems to be a political campaign on at the moment, and all the posters, they catch your eye because they're in English, and they say "Make EU lagom again." And I've actually learnt what lagom means. It means not too much and not too little, which I think is probably, in this day and age where everybody likes to be angry about politics, it's probably the most mediocre political message ever, but I love it. Let's make the EU just right again. Maybe if we'd have just had a little bit more of the Swedish attitude, we wouldn't be in the mess we're in at the moment. I'm just saying. I'm going to make a lot of effort to try and keep on top of this now, but one thing that I do need people to do, I need you to tell your friends to subscribe. YouTube have got my 30 quid, and I want it. So I need more people to subscribe. I can't afford to pay them because I've only got 30 quid, and I don't even have that because nobody's subscribed. Little bit of a catch-22 there. But I have got a new secret weapon to encourage people to subscribe. So if you don't want to be bullied into it by me, or you just don't care enough that I'm owed 30 quid, have a look at this. I'm nowhere near getting my 1,000 subscribers, which means that I'm nowhere near getting my 30 quid off of YouTube. So I've decided to bring out the big guns. If you want more of this, then don't forget to like, comment, but most of all, subscribe. Help me get my 30 quid, or the kitten gets it. Oh yes. Down below. And don't forget to turn on post notifications. Anyway, thanks for watching. Bye.